What's up, y'all? So listen, this homeroom was smooth. Uh, like, comment, subscribe. Listen, you know I'm back. You know I'm back. I got the lawyer guy. Got the lawyer guy right here. He also has subscriber only content, so make sure y'all go check that out. I watch that stuff. Man, I'll get into that after we watch this stuff because he gave out so much more detail, so much more detail. But I'll get into that in after this. I'm not gonna show it here because I'm a firm believer in you pay people what they're worth. It's $3, like literally $3. I gave him $3. I got all the information. I'm gonna relay it to y'all, but I'm not gonna show his videos because I think that's fucked up. That's wrong. Um. Anyway, uh, let's go.
Morning session. We had the doctor testify. The idea that these are not bullet fragments in her foot, that's done. Forget about it. Those are bullet fragments. Every single person on that jury, if you ask me, believes that it was bullet fragments. How did they get there? That's the question. Kelsey?
Yeah, so that's been like this big ongoing theory. Like, oh my God, like she didn't really get shot. Okay, look, this firearm got discharged 5 times. It's not unbelievable that she got bullet fragments in her. All right. It's just the fact that she lied about glass and blah 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 blah. So people got upset about that. But she does have bullets in her foot. So let that go, y'all. Let that go. Let that go.
The stand, he was asked by the prosecutors. I don't know what the prosecutors were doing. If you ask me, it was a fumble this morning because they dealt with the witness who was hostile, not answering their questions, saying that she lied to them about all these statements where she incriminated Tory. And then that fumble was picked up on cross-examination. The defense attorney looks like he's on his way to the house. The defense attorney starts with the immunity piece. Okay, you've got immunity. You're only testifying once you got the immunity. Understood. Then the defense attorney goes into this idea that she's been paid off, and he does a great job of establishing the fact that she never made any statements to prosecutors in all of 2020, all of 2021. This happened in 2020. She only made a statement to prosecutors in September 2022. And the prosecutors are using all this evidence of alleged bribes. That stuff was years ago. So why would she have taken money years ago and then September 2022 not done what she's supposed to do when you take the money, which is lie for Tory? And to be sure, that's like the first 3 minutes of cross, because then we go into gunshot residue. You knew before you sat down with the police officers and gave your testimony that you had gunshot residue on you. Isn't that correct? She said, yes. Defense attorney came back and he used the prosecution's own questions against them. The prosecution had asked, hey, why'd you lie? Then Kelsey said, pressure. Defense attorney, what was the pressure from? Was it from Tory? Nope. Was it from anyone on Tory's team? Nope. Was it from the defense team? Nope. Was it from the prosecution? Yes. That type of sequence of questioning sits in a person's mind and goes, gee, I'm in a courtroom of law. It certainly seems like one side is winning. A lot more happened this morning. I'm talking about just a lot. The prosecution was straight up planting the seeds because I think there's a juror that they don't like and they're trying to get rid of him. There was an issue about the prosecution springing defense evidence. They're just like throwing, oh, hey, we got this text message. I just found it in my back pocket. I'm going to use it. And the defense attorney was going nuts. The gloves are off at this point. There's a lot of cordiality. There's a lot of decorum. People follow the rules. Nobody acts out. But the attorneys on both sides now, when it comes to like, hey, can we get by with this? Like, no. I'm not okay with that. And, they're saying stuff kind of out of order, out of turn. People are starting to feel that trial pressure. That's how it goes. Nothing is decided. Everything is an open game. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you're taking it to trial.
All right. So real quick, I'm gonna load up the next video, but I got this message from y'all.
Hey, if you're someone that craves vibes when it comes to music, like I do, you need to check out Rose Petals. Rose Petals is a 12-track R&B album by yours truly, Fair Michelle, and it just dropped. It's available right now on all major digital outlets. I'm personally inviting you to come and vibe with me through music. Let me know what you think. Shout out to the home team, the Kosher Sound, and you already know we're supporting and watching Homeroom with Smooth. Let's go.
Yeah. Her link's gonna be in the description. Let's keep it going. We got to get through this morning. Let's go. Here we go. Nope, turn you back up, buddy.
Let's talk about.
Whoa. I apologize.
Kelsey is done testifying. We're on a 15-minute break. This has to be quick. The key moment of her testimony, I think, has to come down to when the defense attorney elicited testimony from her suggesting that there was a physical altercation between her and Meg. Kelsey seemed very hesitant answering these questions, like she didn't want to say However, she then said, hey, we both got out of the car. You will remember Meg testified that Meg got out of the car. She does not know where Kelsey was. Kelsey was on the passenger side, and that she turned around and she saw Tory shooting at her. Kelsey testified that this part she remembers. She and Meg both got out of the car. And that there was a physical altercation. Kelsey described it as a bump. The defense attorney was like, really? You guys are super drunk. You just got into a yelling match with her over the fact that she was hooking up with Tory without you knowing. You also mentioned to her that this wasn't the first time she betrayed you like that. She had done it with one other guy. Interestingly, the defense had said it was Ben Simmons and DaBaby. Kelsey said, I only named one name. She didn't confirm if it was Ben Simmons or DaBaby. And the defense attorney's like, so after all that, you guys both get out of the car, and all of that happened between the two of you was a bump. I'll tell you, I don't think anybody in the room believes that anything that happened between Meg and Kelsey that night as far as a physical altercation is a bump, especially not when the rest of the testimony confirmed that other than discussing how she's going to be moving out of the Airbnb that she was staying at with Meg and she's going to be going somewhere else, other than a brief communication about her living arrangement, the two of them have not spoken. They have not called each other on the phone. They have not met in person. They do not talk. They are done.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's your best friend for 13 years. But 13 years, y'all had to fight. Y'all had to fight. There's no way y'all just fell out over 13 years, over one more, for lack of a better word, one more dick. Like that's crazy. Like they there's no way y'all was tripping that hard. Anyway, boom. I'm loading it up. We got another one coming. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got more info. Whoa. Buddy, don't jump ahead.
Testify for 2 full days. I watched her struggle and hesitate and take abnormally long pauses when she did not want to answer questions. I watched her respond, oh, it was confusing, it was blurry, I don't know, I don't remember, when she didn't want to answer questions. I also saw her answer some questions in the morning session very confidently, very believably. But there was one question that she answered that when she gave the answer, I felt like I was seeing the real, authentic Kelsey Harris, a person I was having a conversation with at a coffee shop like a friend, not somebody testifying on the trial. The question was this. They asked her, did you hear someone yell, dance bitch? She said, now, where did that come from? Those words that loomed so large over this trial, the fact that the prosecution claims, Meg claims, that that Tory yelled, dance bitch, and pointed a gun at her. Kelsey Harris said, now, where did that come from? She didn't just say, no, I didn't hear it. She said, where did that come from? And she said it in a very authentic manner. Like she, for the life of her, cannot figure out where in the hell that came.
Boom. All right. So look, I don't know what they're thinking, the persecution right now. Like they gotta be, if I was the other lawyer, I'm shaking at what the defense attorney is doing to us right now. Okay. I would have already been shook when Kelsey flipped on it. Like they got played for immunity. Now Kelsey is poking mad holes in the story, muddy in the water. Is this gonna be enough for reasonable doubt? I don't know. Okay, I don't know, but I do have 2 more videos for y'all. But real quick, watch this.
What's up, guys? My name is Megan, and I help people move to China. If you like free health care, free transportation, and a free place to stay, and also traveling abroad, hit me up. My name is Megan, and I'm rocking with Homeroom with Smooth.
All right. So that is Megan Moden. She helps people move to China, teach, and all sorts of other stuff. Her link is going to be in the description down below. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Rest of Kelsey's testimony. Let's go. Boom.
GSR expert. She basically said that, look, I know the following.
Wait a minute.
Tory had GS on her.
Wait a minute. Buddy, wrong video. He had the same shirt on.
Kelsey got back on the stand. The defense attorney began his cross-examination. There was something called redirect examination by the prosecutor. Let me tell you exactly what happened. The defense attorney began by trying to introduce some sort of Rock Nation angle. I'm not sure where he was going with it. He asked Kelsey, isn't it true that weeks before this incident, Rock Nation was trying to sign Tory and the two of them had a falling out? Kelsey said she didn't know what they are talking about. We will see if the defense has other evidence and how this angle plays into their theory. Turning to the rest of her testimony in the afternoon, Kelsey did confirm that Meg she used the word irritated. She was in her feelings over the fact that Tory was flirting with Kylie Jenner. Kelsey also confirmed that EJ was there. They could have left with EJ. They did not have to leave with Tory's drivers. She confirmed that they did leave once. Meg said, I don't remember leaving once and coming back. Kelsey said, yeah, that happened. We left once. Meg was mad in the car that we had left Tory with Kylie, and then we went back because Meg said, oh, I need my slipper. We don't know if there was really a missing slipper. You can put that together yourself. She also confirmed that Meg did get out and sit at a bus stop in her bikini, and she's just sitting there.
Yo, look. For anybody that's not been to LA, not been to Hollywood, them bus stops is nasty, okay? People piss on them, they sleep on them. Hell, sometimes people be fucking on them. So I would not be sitting there in just a bikini and thong. And you know, Megan it ain't like just a little bit of her booty on there, man. Megan got a big ass. Like, all that booty is on there soaking up all of that nastiness. Okay, that's nasty. That's nasty. Don't go sit at a bus stop. You better off sitting on a brick wall. And bus stops be disgusting, boy. Anyway, let's go.
And Meg denied that. She said, I don't recall that happening. Well, how do you not remember that? And yet you remember exactly who shot you. Okay, there was more. There was the confirmation that, yeah, we did get into an argument over men. That, yeah, Tory did say that he was hooking up with Meg, and that was the first time I heard that, and that did make me feel very betrayed, and that Meg has betrayed me with men before. Kelsey did not confirm the baby or Ben Simmons. Kelsey did confirm that there was at least one other man that Meg has gone behind her back with, but Kelsey did not give names. The defense attorney was a gentleman and said he's not going to ask for the name. There was the issue about the bump. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this was interesting. So the defense attorney got Kelsey to admit that when they get out of the car, moments before this gun went off, it was her and Megan, and they were walking to the back of the car, and then there's a bump. And then Megan walks away, and she's going to the front of the car. So what he did was he established that these two are very angry at each other in the car. These two get out of the car. These two go to the back of the car. Meg now goes away and walks towards the front. So you have behind Meg, before the gunshots go off, a physical altercation with Kelsey, and apparently Tory's right there behind them also. So that was pretty good for the defense. If you ask me, that story starts to add up and make a lot of sense. And here's the other part why I thought that's really interesting, because there was no gunshot residue on Quan. If, as Meg says it, Kelsey is presumably in the car and she can't see her, Tory's hanging out the window, Quan is in the car. When the gun goes off and the GSR is found, it should be found on Kelsey, Tory, and Quan. However, there's no GSR on Quan, suggesting that if Kelsey's account today is true, it is corroborated by the GSR test. If the three of them are all outside the car when the gun goes off, it makes sense that there's GSR not on Quan. Then the prosecution came on, and the prosecution went to the text message. They said, hey, why would you send this text message? And she said, look, I panicked. And then the prosecution goes into this long piece about, hey, you have always denied shooting Meg. You've denied shooting Meg here, and you've denied shooting Meg there. And I was like, what is the prosecution doing? Yeah, if you shoot someone, you start telling lies and doing damage control. And the idea that you as the prosecutor would close your redirect examination after the defense just made a very, very clear path for the jury to decide that this person, Kelsey, may have been the shooter or involved in a struggle with the gun. The idea that you would sit there and you would end your redirect by going over all the times that Kelsey has denied being the shooter and blamed Tory, well, doesn't that just support the defense's theory? There was a lot more that happened today, including testimony from a social media hunter who was going around and addressed this issue of whether Tory Lanez ever made a comment saying that Kelsey did not shoot her. There was the GSR gun residue forensics expert who testified. There was an orthopedic surgeon who was amazing. He was a little snooty and uppity, but really the kind of person you want to operate on your foot if you're going to have some major surgery. And he absolutely was believable that this was bullet fragments that was in Meg's foot. How did they get there? We continue the quest for the answer to that question tomorrow. The trial is expected to continue into next week. It probably won't be over until Thursday of next week. Wow.
Yeah. All right. So look, real quick. I have one more, which is the video you guys started to hear, which is this one. My bad, y'all. I freaking clicked. He has the same shirt on, the same one. So look, this video is already getting a little long. So I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna give y'all some of the tidbits of this, And then I'll make another video later on today, and I'll give y'all the rest of that info, as well as I think I might be able to get through most of what happened in day 5 of the trial. I might be able to put that out like tonight, especially because I'm off tonight, so you know what I'm saying, I don't have work tomorrow and all that other stuff. So let's go.
I have GSR on her. This
Oh
supports
shoot, let me
the
start this over.
theory.
Let me start this over so y'all can hear all of what he's saying.
Let's talk about the GSR expert. She basically said that, look, I know the following. Kelsey had GSR on her. Tory had GSR on her. Quan did not have GSR on her. This supports the theory from the defense that Kelsey, Meg, Tory are all outside. There's a scuffle. There's a shot fired when Meg walks back towards the front of the car, leading to GSR on Tory and Kelsey, but not Quan. Meg's story that Quan was in the car and Kelsey was also in the car and Tory's hanging outside the car shooting, that doesn't make any sense, because then Kelsey and Quan would both have GSR. Quan did not have GSR. Interesting. The defense asked, hey, can you quantify? Can you tell us who had more GSR? The expert said, nah, they both just had GSR. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. So now a little bit of what he left out, though. A little bit of what he left out is, okay, so she starts, and this is the extra info I wanted to give you guys. She starts going through her notes and she starts to get through it or whatever, right? But I guess it's taking too long. And the defense attorney like swings from it and starts talking about other stuff. Excuse me, which is where we get the whole like, there's no way that Quan could have been outside, or you know what I'm saying, Quan had been outside, or also direct correlation that Tory Lanez could have been inside the car, which is what he just said, and have GSR on him. She's going through her notes to get the numbers to see who had more GSR on them, Tory or Kelsey, but he stops her. I'm really curious as to why he stopped her. Is it because he doesn't want to further incriminate his own client, or does he not want to further incriminate Kelsey? I don't know what part of that. Like this trial, just to be honest, like I was feeling one way, but now I'm more confused. Okay. I have less clarity now in my brain than I did before, because already we know for sure, all right, Megan did not give the full account, right? Kelsey gave a decent account, but it's not a full account. And there's lies in both of their stories. Like they're both neck and neck in the number of lies and omissions in their stories. They're neck and neck, right? Which is the altercation and where everybody was. They're neck and neck. Okay. The testimony, I'm telling y'all, the testimony, if they get it today, and that's why I'm so happy that today is Friday. If they get the testimony of that key eyewitness and Buddy says that they really did fight, the picture becomes very clear and becomes very, very clear. And that's gonna help set Tory free. Now, I do want to say this. All this could happen. You could get that bomb testimony and this muddy water and all the freedom, and Tory still end up going to jail somehow because of that negligent discharge. Because I told y'all in the first one, that charge is an interesting, like, hey, just a little insurance just in case y'all can get them with discharging a firearm. You know what I'm saying? But the defense has to prove. That it was possibly discharged in a scuffle, and that Kelsey was the one that had the gun initially, and not Kelsey tried to stop Tory. He has to prove that. That's what has to be proven. We're gonna see. Okay, we're gonna see. Man, this is tough. This is crazy. This is your day 4 recap. If you have more questions, please, for the love of God, put them in the fucking comments so I can answer your questions. Because I'll be getting a lot more info. Man, I have a lot of info, but I don't want to run long, and I don't want to overstay my welcome with you guys. But yeah, just let me know if y'all want to know more, because that subscriber only content is crazy. Anyway, Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm up out of here.